Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys! As you might have guessed, since I don't give a crap about romance, for reasons, this is one of my least favorite holidays.
Mesdames et messieurs, time is short! You must find your true love! Find your soul's mate!
And one of the worst parts of it are the Valentine's Day specials. More often than not, they tend to be...
You're my cutie patootie lovey-dovey honey bunny.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Actually, more often than not, they tend to be typical episodes with nothing really special about them, except for the fact that they're doing a romantic plot. Besides Hearts and Hooves Day, the only Valentine's special that's actually gotten a reaction out of me is this one. Yes, Flapjack! That show that tried to bring Ren and Stimpy into the 21st century, not realizing that it died for a reason. Yeah, I never liked this show because I never liked gross-out humor. I don't really understand gross-out humor, and I definitely don't get the appeal. But maybe that's because it's often done so poorly. The basic plot of the series is that Flapjack and his friend, I guess, Captain Knuckles, were searching for a place called Candy Island, which is definitely a premise that could lead to some interesting stories. This particular interesting story was written by Patrick McHale and Sanvale Zayaphone. Okay, that's not a name. That's an obscure musical instrument. But let's get into the actual episode. Our heroes are walking through the market.
I got crabs! I got crabs! I got crabs!
Sounds like someone's having a fun Valentine's Day. But seriously, remember when adult jokes in kids' cartoons used to be subtle?
Number one sister, dust for Prince.
I found Prince!
No, fingerprints.
I don't think so.
And here we see my biggest problem with this series. The animation is hideous. I know that that's intentional, and quite frankly, that kinda makes it worse. They come up to a girl who is selling seashells. When Flapjack listens to one, he hears some kind of shrieking. Apparently the seashell is from Blood Island. Then we learn that the girl's name is Sally Syrup. So yes, Sally does in fact sell seashells by the seashore. Anyway, the two seem to hit it off. A few seconds later, a heart pops out of Flapjack's head. Yeah, most episodes I review are pretty much the same, no matter how many times you watch them. Here, however, the episode is much worse the second time around, because of a certain twist at the end. Knuckles thinks that Flapjack is in love, which causes everyone to go into a panic. Flapjack tries to hide the heart, but a few more pop out. Wondering what to do, the two of them go to the candy barrel. Knuckles tells Flapjack all the reasons that love is bad, and that seems to get him sick. Larry comes by and asks if Flapjack has ever been in love before. Apparently, since these are first-time love hearts, they're the most sweet they could be, and so he puts them in his mouth. Okay, I'm not going to keep the twist a secret. Those fucking things are bugs. Insects. Swarmy, blood-sucking fusions of ticks and lice. Now you know why I sound so sick. Larry decides to give the two of them free candy if they keep supplying them with love hearts. Whenever Knuckles talks about Sally, more bugs pop off of Flapjack's head because Mr. Xylophone and Mr. Inhale aren't comp enough to make this twist work. So Knuckles does a bunch of sappy shit in order to harvest more hearts out of Flapjack, because he's a cruel bastard who would sacrifice Flapjack for his own personal gain. And yes, that's another problem with the series as a whole. Larry starts selling, I will never be able to eat sweethearts ever again. In fact, I think sweethearts should sue this show. How could you not feel living bugs wriggling around in your mouth, flapping their wings desperate to escape? So it's back and forth. Flapjack gets harvested, Larry makes money. And this disgusting animation keeps getting shoved in my face. And at one point, some guy gets an actual heart because comedy? Hey, that was funny because that heart was actually made out of fucking candy. Eventually, Larry runs out of bugs, and they're running low on eggs that were laid on Flapjack's head. Larry is still insistent on harvesting Flapjack, while Knuckles gets fatter. Sally comes in because apparently they said there would be free food. Flapjack tells Sally that they're harvesting his love, and
Wait, you're in love with me? Oh, sick!
right. Anyway, he begs her to help him escape. Sometime later, Dr. Barber, who is both a doctor and a barber, comes in and identifies the hearts as blood gnats. They have a face and legs and wings that no one saw at any point. They never flew out of their barrels. So yeah, the writers are abandoning all logic just to gross people out. And people wondered why I didn't like this show. And now the blood gnats decide to swarm because, I don't know. Why they didn't do this before, I don't know. And if everyone knows what blood gnats are, how did they not realize they were eating those fucking things? Dr. Barber tries to find Flapjack, but he's escaped. Sally tells Flapjack that he's infested with bugs, and for some reason Flapjack knows what blood gnats are. They look in the seashell from earlier and see the blood gnat queen, which laid eggs on Flapjack's head. So they use all the shell to get all the blood gnats to follow the queen, which works for some reason, and Sally voyages them off to Blood Island.
Farewell, Sally Syrup! I don't love you!
I don't love you too!
And I don't love you, you miserable, miserable cartoon. Then we see that Knuckles is in love with Larry's wife for some reason. Yeah, we're done here.